The cardiovascular system consists of the heart, blood vessels, and blood. Its primary function is to transport nutrients and oxygen-rich blood to all parts of the body and to carry deoxygenated blood back to the lungs. The cardiovascular system, in plain English. The anatomy of the heart. The heart is a pair of pumps that work together. It is divided into 4 chambers. You have 2 atria and 2 ventricles. The atria are the upper 2 chambers, while the ventricle are the lower 2 chambers. The aorta is located at the very top of the heart. Next to the aorta is the vena cava, where the deoxygenated blood enters. This is the right atrium. Below the right atrium is the tricuspid valve. This is the right ventricle. Above it is the pulmonary valve, which leads to the pulmonary artery. This is the left atrium. Below the left atrium is the mitral valve. And this is the left ventricle. Above the left ventricle is the aortic valve, which leads to the aorta. The flow of blood through the heart. The deoxygenated blood first enters the heart through the superior and inferior vena cavas, then goes through the right atrium, after that through the tricuspid valve, leading into the right ventricle. From the right ventricle, it goes through the pulmonary valve, through the pulmonary artery, and into the lungs. Then enters through the pulmonary veins as oxygenated blood. When the blood enters the heart through the pulmonary veins, the blood is in the left atrium. From the left atrium, it goes through the mitral valve into the left ventricle. From the left ventricle, it enters the aorta through the aortic valve, then is dispersed throughout the body to the other organs to be used up and deoxygenated. Then to return to the heart through the superior and inferior vena cavas. Cardiac conduction system. The right side of the heart is called pulmonary circulation. This process takes on non-oxygenated blood from the body and transports it to the lungs. The left side of the heart is called systematic circulation. This process receives oxygenated blood from the lungs and is dispersed back to the rest of the body. The bundle of His is a large nerve that branches out into smaller Purkinje fibers. The Purkinje fibers extend from the atrioventricular AV node to control only the contraction and relaxation of the ventricles. The sinoatrial SA node controls only the contraction and relaxation of the atria. The myogenic muscles are what is being manipulated by the SA and AV nodes.